Money Monday is sponsored by Husky Financial.
Well, as we just saw last week at the South Carolina ports, the massive ships that pull in and out of the harbor every single day carrying goods and keeping the heart of this country pumping. Well, military ships, cruise ships, all requiring TLC, and that's where you come in. Bradley Kerr is Director of Sales and Marketing at Detyens Shipyards with opportunities that you just can't pass up. It's great to have you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So very much a seafaring community here in Charleston. We are surrounded by water, so ships, boats, all very important to the lifeblood of the Low Country. When you're talking about repairing ships, you are talking about repairing a behemoth machine. And it takes a lot of hands, a lot of skilled hands to do the job and to do it right. So the kind of workmanship, the kind of skill that's required to be a ship repair person, tell us a little bit more about this.
So in the shipyard, we repair ocean-going sea vessels. There's two types of vessels that we look after. The blue water boats are the ones that are moved from country to country, and then the brown water fleet, which is more the inland waterway vessels. So for the ocean-going sea vessels, we utilize trades such as pipe fitters, welders. You have machinists, inside and out machinists. There's a variety of painting skills, labor skills. We even have a carpentry department.
Interesting.
And also labor.
Right, and opportunities are there. We just spoke with someone in manufacturing. Manufacturing jobs are out there and they need to be filled. What is the consequence of the pandemic and how that has had an impact on your industry?
Like any manufacturing facility or any other employer in the area, we're all looking for employees. The vast variety of opportunity in a shipyard are anywhere from, like I said, a welder to a carpenter who can build scaffolding, or a machinist who can turn a lathe, or a machinist who can go out into the engine rooms and pull the engines apart with the technicians and/or pull the propulsion systems out. So, we can take skilled and non-skilled employment opportunities, and we can train up young men and women that come out of high school. They need to be at least 18 years of age. And we also have an apprenticeship program that we can put them through.
I'm so glad that you said that, because I was going to ask you, when you're talking about people who know how to put up scaffolding, welding, carpentry, things like that, those are skilled trades, and those are trades that a lot of people have and skills that they've developed over years. So yes, you are looking for people who have those developed skills, but you do have room for people who are coming in fresh, who have never touched a welding machine in their life. And is there certification that's required? What is needed for someone to pass muster and to work for you?
That's a good question. And Trident Technical College has done a fabulous job of trying to train some of these welding programs. And so they do train at the Trident Technical College or even in high school in some of these welding shop classes. But they're training them more to a building standard, the ASTM welding standards, versus what we're looking at more of a marine type of welding. But once that individual has that skill, has the kind of early background, we can take them into a program and teach them how to weld in our welding schools to the standards that we require on the ocean-going sea vessels.
When we went to the ports and we spoke with South Carolina Ports President and CEO Jim Newsom, he was telling us that there are so many jobs available, and these are very good paying jobs. How are things looking in the ship repair industry?
Well, we'll pay good if it's a good employee and he wants to put in the time. We can work you 40, 60 hours a week. With the workload that we currently have in the yard, we have, let's say, about 7 or 8 ships. So we need a workforce of easily 1,500 a shift, and that includes our workforce and then our subcontracting workforce. So, and then 2 shifts, sometimes 3 shifts, depending on the workload and how quickly the vessel needs to get out. It's always up against the clock. And then with COVID, we've had material, supply chain issues, and then you have the COVID workforce issues. And it's been quite a interesting 2.5 years, right?
I can only imagine. Not terribly smooth sailing, right?
Well, as smooth as possible.
As smooth as possible, of course, of course. At any rate, really wonderful opportunities are here at Detyens. And you, sir, you were the vice chair of the South Carolina Maritime Association. So that's big shoes to fill, but now you've got an even bigger pair to fill. So tell us a bit more about what you're doing.
So this February, we changed our board of directors, and I've been elected to be the chairman of the Maritime Association of South Carolina. The association's made up of, the waterfront businesses, the truck haulers, the warehousing people, the freight forwarder and brokers, and then a whole host of ancillary companies that are directly related to the port business. The South Carolina State Ports Authority is also a member. And, now that we have this 51-foot channel, the commerce and everything that goes around it is building and creating more jobs and more infrastructure is what we're going to be needing in the future. So part of our focus, as I'm going to be chair, would be to look at workforce development, to look at our infrastructure, our facilities that help get this freight in and out, and how we can better serve our membership base at the association.
Absolutely. Well, it's fascinating. Well, congratulations on your new post. And yes, it's wonderful to hear that there are all these opportunities available, and just helping us get the word out and letting people know that you are hiring and ready to start the next generation of shipbuilders, ship repair, and commerce. A truly, truly wonderful thing. I want to thank you so much for joining us.
All right. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
We're back after this.
Money Monday is sponsored by Husky Financial.